How about this one?
We found a beautiful Christmas tree.
Good thing small one is around to mess things up.
Yeah. What can go wrong?
Yeah.
So last December, I had a totally original idea to sit down and talk about a series of Christmas classics and specials and movies that helped shape my childhood. And for a while, I was actually on track to get all 4 done just in time for Christmas. Sadly, life found a way to shit in my lactose-free eggnog. My wife and I were down and out with for 2 weeks, and my job at the time had me chestnuts deep in a new product launch, meaning I was literally working myself to death and felt like I was dying at the same time. But that was then, and this is now. It's 2023, my job is going a lot better, my health has never been better, and so I think we're just gonna give this another try. So as I mentioned, last year's Christmas videos were supposed to be Christmas specials that helped shape my childhood, things that I loved and genuinely admired and wanted to return to every year. This year, I'm choosing to focus on something radically different. The weird, the gross, the strange, the just completely out in left field Christmas specials and cartoons. And what better place to start than today's video? Bluetoes the Christmas Elf. We're starting off strong. Premiering on the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation television station on December 20th, 1988, Bluetoes the Christmas Elf it's a bit of a wild trip. The animation is based on the 1975 children's book Bluetoes, Santa's Special Helper by George Polkasnik, and joined the likes of Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on VHS as a bonus tape in the FHE Christmas Classics 1989 VHS box set. This tape is the way that I first experienced the story, and honestly it stuck with me for one reason, and really one reason only. So something worth mentioning about this tape, by the way, it really only advertises the first and main video on the double feature, the Very Merry Cricket. Nowhere on here does it even say anything about Bluetoes the Christmas Elf. Not even in the copyright at the bottom, not even in the other copyright on the bottom. It's just a Very Merry Cricket. We'll get to the actual review here in a second. You gotta get past the actual good stuff to get to the really shitty parts. It should be said though, this is actually the better of the 2 movies, which is why I'm not really reviewing it, because it's enjoyable and it's good, and the animation is so good it actually doesn't make me want to get sick in my mouth.
Hi, guys.
Huh?
Go help the Packers.
Nah, he's just too small to do anything useful.
Ah!
Nothing ever works out.
Once there was a Christmas elf who did not have a name.
I absolutely love when the intro song of these kind of children's classic specials gives away the entire plot before the video even starts. Bluetoes takes it a step further by playing an entire teaser at the beginning. Also, the song is written by someone named Valdi, which sounds like a vampire trying to hide the fact that they're a vampire. There's like just 2 scenes of nothing and a transition from nothing to nothing. I don't understand.
You Packers ready?
We can pack 'em as fast as you can pick 'em.
So in this universe, the Elf Society is actually broken down into 2 castes. There's the Pickers and the Packers. I think it's fairly obvious what each one's role actually is. Also, toys grow on trees, which is slightly more believable than how it's portrayed in movies like Elf.
All of this year's toy harvest. That is, if Small One stays out of the way.
So Small One is our titular character, kind of. He wears blue, while everyone else in this universe wears red. I don't know if it's like a Star Trek ranking system or anything like that, but if that's the case, the red shirts are not doing too well. So it turns out that these present trees that the pickers pick from are actually producing smaller, unripe toys on their saplings, which is a neat touch that they definitely didn't need to include, but the inclusion is very appreciated.
I can do anything. Woo!
OSHA safety regulations never matter in these fantasy worlds. Children should always be thrown down the chute without checking to see if, you know, they're a child and not a sack of toys.
Oh, no! The toy chute.
Oh, would you look at that? It only took him 4 minutes to ruin Christmas.
Without the chute, we'll never get the toys finished on time.
And without the toys, there's no Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Fuck yeah, take that, Christianity. Oh, hey, Jesus.
Nah, don't worry about it, bro. I died so you could get a Sega Genesis.
I think out of all of the different elf races I've ever seen or read about, North Pole elves have to be the most incompetent. There's the year without a Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town. They're just some of the worst. There's also something really discomforting about seeing Santa without a face. It's just weird, right?
There's still such a lot to do.
Don't worry, we'll be done in time. No thanks to small one.
Where is that little ragamuffin?
I gave him a job that'll keep him out of mischief. We won't see...
Hi, Whitey. I know a very important job.
You do?
We need a top tester.
Oh boy, top tester.
Okay, I need to stop here for a moment and bring this up. The higher up elves are constantly giving him new tasks to keep him out of trouble, and then they send him off alone and unsupervised to do them. Like, what do you think is going to happen if you leave a child unattended? Did you guess body horror and accidental penetration? Me either.
It doesn't matter so long as you've given your best. By my beard, it's going to be a wonderful Christmas.
Leave it to Santa Claus to be the most responsible adult in the room and the only person in this movie with an actual moral compass. Person, immortal eldritch being, adult, I don't really know.
I'd like you to go polish the sleigh bells so they sound nice and new.
There.
And then they just do it again after every time. They just continue to leave him alone. And of course, Small One crashed the sleigh into the frozen lake, meaning that once again, it's not his fault, it's the adults that left him alone.
And then the big polar bear jumped on me.
Here we go with the bear again.
Man, this would be a great time for some magical talking animal bullshit, right? Like, it's actually kind of strange that this is a children's cartoon where there's not a magical talking animal at the North Pole. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So after all the damage done to the North Pole's economy, Small One is finally sent inside to do more work, which includes patching socks and keeping out of trouble. This lasts for all of about 5 seconds. Small One and lonesome, gluing on patches to fix holes from what no one knows. It smells just like cheese toes.
Chopper is called Chopper because he chops the wood. And Ribbon is the fastest present wrapper.
So I guess everyone in this universe is just named after what their character traits are. We got Patcher, Whitey, Hattie, Nimble. I'm sure we're gonna meet Oral and Anal at some point. Oh no, not the pants! That's probably gonna come back to bite them in the... well,
Stupid stocking.
you know.
Hey,
Honk, honk,
the South Pole? Is that where you live?
honk, honk.
If Lonesome the Penguin lives all the way down at the South Pole, how did he get up to the North Pole? You can't really walk.
Santa flies right over. He'll take you home. When you see that pole, you'll know you're home.
Small One, do you know anything about this?
So of course, on top of all the other shit that Small One has done wrong, he's going to add breaking and entering and destruction of property to his ever-growing list of felonies. That just seems like such a bad thing to teach kids.
I said I'd get you home for Christmas, and I will.
Huh?
Quickly, we don't have much time. Remember to stay still, and they'll figure you're somebody's Christmas present.
Honk, honk.
I wish you were mine.
I thought he was about to kiss the penguin for a minute. That was a kiss if I've ever seen one. Oh no, those toys. Hopefully that's not important. I really wonder what kind of quality control system Santa has in his workshop, because either they have nothing in place to prevent a loss of presents or accidental child abductions, or they're just so normal that they just don't account for it at this point. So our intrepid duo are trapped on Santa's sleigh as he travels at the speed of light through literal space.
Huh?
That's twice, just like he's supposed to.
I find it hilarious that the implication is that Santa doesn't check his list twice while he's at the workshop. He checks it once when he gets out of his sleigh, and then once when he's about to go down the chimney. So, like, zero margin for error.
Lonesome, where are you? Come back! That's the wrong pool!
Okay, to be fair, Small One did say that Lonesome would know a pole when he saw it. Is he wrong? That's a pole. And it looks exactly like the South Pole he showed him on the map. So who's at fault here?
Oh my goodness, I'm missing 2 presents. This is terrible.
Where's Santa? Where are their presents? Santa, come back! You've forgotten someone! These will do just fine.
Oh hey, look, it's those toys from the beginning. Also, pockets of holding, interdimensional pockets, elf pockets are really freaking cool.
Hey, wait a minute. These look great.
Is that where stockings are supposed to have come from? Stinky elf toes?
Merry Christmas.
Where did his shoes go? He was wearing shoes and then he left them by the bed, and he took off his socks, and then he doesn't have shoes.
They must have come from Santa.
Those are elf stockings.
Santa knows elf feet when he sees elf feet.
Feels so good.
Small one. Why, you're frozen blue.
I'm sorry, Santa. I was just trying to help.
Oh, my small. Now his blue toes will remind us that things don't have to be big to be important.
And there you have it. Small One earns the name Bluetoes because of the horrific frostbite on his toes. Smooth move, Mr. Claus. But like, he's 100% losing those toes, right? Bluetoes the Christmas Elf wouldn't be winning any awards for its animation, its story, its score, or anything really. Probably because it was Canadian. At least we know that they got their portrayal of the North accurate. The film also came out just 2 days after A Very Brady Christmas, which was the second highest rated TV film of that year. So the fact that it managed to stick with myself and so many others through the years really says something. I'm not sure what it says, but it's definitely something. Now let's go ahead and check out some Letterboxd reviews. Polka66 gives this 2.5 stars. I'm giving this an extra half a star for being pro Frostbite. Tyler March says, this was on the back half of a tape that carried a very merry cricket, and in complete contrast to that hidden gem, fucking stinks and is so fucking weird. 1 star. Greg Nordland, for 2 stars, says, the title character gets frostbite and it's the jolliest malady in the land. And before they amputate, they create a Christmas tradition in his honor. Children's stockings. Bluetoes. Every kid will want them. Robin gives it 1 star, saying, I hate Bluetoes the Christmas Elf. Kennedy gives this no stars, saying, absolutely shocked to find out this wasn't a childhood fever dream. Me too, Kennedy, me too. Marshall gives this a 1.5 stars, saying, this elf sucks and so does Santa. Just being bliss and shit, not even knowing how hard the elves work. Imagine the worst person you've ever met with this elf. And fuck his frostbite. He had 2 pairs of socks on and put the toys in the stinky one and left the other on the floor. Seriously, fuck this elf. Santa tries to Santa tries too small, but fuck thee and fuck Santa, this fucking elf is a fucking idiot. Rating, fuck Santa. And with that, we are already off to such a great start to the 2023 holiday season, so make sure you've got plenty of milk and cookies waiting, because my content is all set to be coming down your chimney. Wait a minute.